Hi, y'all. Richard Nelson here with the Commonwealth Policy Center. And as you know, we travel the state from Pikeville to Paducah, and we are in far west Kentucky today at a pre-Fancy Farm event, actually just outside of Fancy Farm. And I'm here with 6th District U.S. Congressman Andy Barr, who won a hard-fought Republican primary for the U.S. Senate. And I've had a chance to listen to 3 talks within the last, 18 hours or so. Andy, thank you for taking a moment to talk with us. A couple things real quick. I heard you talk about the hard-fought primary. You mentioned Daniel Cameron, and how it sounds like you're closing ranks. Speak to that, and then got a follow-up regarding your general election opponent.
Well, Richard, thanks a lot, and thanks for the Commonwealth Policy Center, all the great work that you all do advancing conservative policy. And it was a hard-fought competition, and that's a good thing. We're Republicans. We believe in competition, and that's the hallmark of our democracy. We had a 12-way primary. Of course, 3 of us were pretty competitive, and I was honored to earn the endorsement of Nate Morse towards the end of that primary and then prevail with 60% of the vote against my friend Daniel Cameron. But I really credit Daniel for making me a better candidate, and he's a good man. We worked hard to win that primary, but we're going to work even harder to defeat the socialists in the general election.
And that's a good segue to the next question, because we're seeing something different in the Democratic Party today than even 4 years ago. You had mentioned, and some of the other Republican speakers talked about how the Democratic Party has changed. Tell us about your general election opponent and how you're going to approach that general election campaign a little differently from the primary.
You know, Kentucky has changed dramatically over the last several decades. Here in West Kentucky, it used to be a Democratic stronghold. Now, of course, this is a Republican stronghold because the values of the people here are conservative values, and the Democratic Party changed. It shifted away from them. Most of the Democrats have shifted and changed their registration to Republican out here. It's a Republican majority Commonwealth. It's a Republican majority part of Kentucky. And I think what Kentucky Democrats are seeing is a Democratic Party that's lost its way nationally. Truly, the socialist wing of the party is the dominant ascendant party, a wing of the Democratic Party. And that's scary. It's scary for our country. It's bad for the Democratic Party. And so they know that they're unpopular. So they're trying to rebrand themselves as quote unquote Democratic socialists. That's an oxymoron. You can't believe in democracy, but deny people economic freedom, which is the exact opposite of socialism. And so we want to point that out and point out the fact that the Democratic Party has lost their way. Democratic Party is largely a group of socialists, climate alarmists, and anti-Semites. That's not where the people of this country are, but it just goes to show a lot is on the line. My opponent is part of that ascendant wing of the party where the energy and enthusiasm is in the Democratic Party. They don't believe in free enterprise. They don't believe in the American dream. They want to lecture Americans about how bad our country is, and they're dead wrong.
Last question. Do you have any concern about Republican voters letting their guard down this midterm election? What would you say to the Republican, or all of the voters, Republicans, Democrats, Independents? What would you say about going into the November 3rd election?
Well, what I would say is if you're a Republican, if you're a common sense independent, if you're a common sense soft Democrat who believes like we do that the socialist wing of that party has gone crazy and doesn't represent the values of this country, join us. Join us to save the country. We need the common sense voters of this state, whether they're Democrat, Independent, or Republican, to join forces to stop this sweeping trend of socialism across our country. And look, I mean, the country's on the line. There's no more important election than this one. And I'm going to be working really, really hard to defend the greatness of this country and make sure that socialism doesn't take control.
Very good. Congressman Andy Barr, thank you for your time. Best to you on the campaign trail.
Thank you so much. Thank you.